皆様おはようございます。ようこそエリザベスの香水チャンネルへ。今日はグループレビューを行っていきたいと思います。チャンネル登録者さん何人かの方からディプティック香水へのリクエストコメントが来ていましたので、ご希望が多いと判断して二人に協力してもらい、香水の本音レビューを行います。このチャンネルでは海外の方の本音の反応もしくは香水レビューをお届けしています。ぜひチャンネル登録よろしくお願いいたします。今日はラファエルとセバスチャンがゲストに来てくれました。まず最初の香りに行ってみましょう。こちらはですね、生姜とお花の香りです。そして南国のお花の香りが特に入っています。ですが2人は知りません。ぜひ試してもらいましょう。Here we go. Perfume number 1.
Numero uno. You say that wrong.
Actually, there is a 5 stage: love, like, okay, dislike, hate.
I dislike this one.
Ooh.
I'll be neutral on this one.
It's too floral for me. I'm gonna go to neutral. I feel like I'm okay on this one. The opening was very floral. White floral, old lady-ish. I think it's feminine. It's definitely for the elderly. It reminds me of like a nursing home.
Oh. What about you? What did you think?
For me, it smells more fruity, but it's not. I don't get really floral notes in this. It smells like it's artificial fruit that you put in like sweeteners or candy or something like that. That's why I say this smells like fruit stripe.
Yeah, it's powdery.
It's a little powdery, yeah.
Powdery and synthetic.
Female or male or unisex?
Female.
Actually, I don't know that this is synthetic, bro. This just smells like white florals. And I feel like white florals could have like a... Because you said fruit. Maybe you think this is like synthetic fruit, but I'm like, this is what white florals smell like. I'm not sure that it's synthetic. It's not like obviously real or natural.
It's mostly overwhelming sour, like big, strong tree trunk of sour, and then these like little hints of something else creeping in on the side, but it's just, it's too distracting. But then again, it's not insulting. It's not offensive.
It still gives me the old people vibes. I feel like white florals tend to do that. I don't think it's sexy, and I don't think it's expensive. It's not complex enough to be expensive, and I give it a middle of the road 5.
5 sounds good.
I think it was inexpensive. I don't think it was sexy. It reminds me of Fruit Stripe. It's a woman's perfume, if not a children's accidental perfume. And I don't like, love, or hate it. I just think it smells like Fruit Stripe. And I'll give it a 5. 5.1.
5.1.
お知らせです。香水レビューへのリクエストや質問がたくさん来ており、すべてにお答えするのは難しくなっています。しかしコメントはすべて読ませていただいていますので、これからも将来のトピックに皆さんのご希望を反映させるために引き続きコメントを残していってください。特定の香水レビューご希望の方は、私たちの郵便支所箱へ香水を送ってプレゼントしていただくと、その香水をレビューできる可能性が高まります。
2番
目、こちらはですね、お花とバラが入っています。さて2人はどう思うのでしょうか。 Number 2. There you are.
This one makes me have to sneeze. Ooh. I really feel a sneeze coming.
I'm getting a lot of sophistication from this one.
Really?
It's like overall it's very hazy with one particular note, and that's what's making his nose burn.
No, it's not burn. No, yeah, just to clarify, it's not a burning sensation. It just, I think maybe I coincidentally inhaled a little piece of dust.
I think this is actually making my nose burn a little bit, and that's the overall note. But there are some small hints around that.
I'm getting a lot of like earthy root type vegetables. It's just earthy. Maybe vetiver is what I'm smelling. I'm not quite sure. But it smells like it has more of a body than what I'm used to smelling in vetiver. It's thicker.
So out of this, some of the notes that I'm picking out of this almost smell like crushed up insects. Like it has this bitterness to it that smells like dead bugs a little bit.
Good point.
It does have bitterness.
And there's also this very, very subtle beef stew smell to it. Almost, and I think that's the vegetable thing that Sebastian's getting.
Like a stock.
For me, this doesn't smell like fresh vegetables. This smells like steamed or cooked carrots or maybe rotting vegetables.
Rotting vegetable.
If I were to get the subtle smell. Yo, what's so funny about rotting vegetables?
For me, it's an okay one again. I would never wear this personally. I do feel like it's feminine leaning. What about you?
I think it's unisex.
Unisex?
If anything, maybe masculine leaning.
I could see it being unisex, but in my opinion, I think it's feminine leaning.
It is a little bit offensive in that, like, it hurts your nose a little bit. For me, it burns. I'd say it's okay for me just because it is interesting. It is complex, but just because it's complex and probably expensive doesn't mean that I would necessarily like it or want to wear it.
I'm getting like, it's kind of like a white, powdery, or not powdery, that's the wrong word, creamy maybe.
For me, I think the colors in this are too dark to be feminine. Like,
Really?
I'm getting nothing but, well,
Wow, yeah.
the only light color I'm getting is gray, and that's not really very feminine.
Yeah, I'm getting white. I feel like I'm getting some kind of reaction from this one. Not a burn, but it's like it's making my nose tingle like a sneeze. And I mean, clearly my throat's all choppy right now. I mean, it probably is expensive, but I don't think that it should be expensive. Right now, this is another 5.
I'll give it a 6.
6? Oh, you like it better than before?
Interesting.
It's more interesting.
I like it better than number 1 for sure, yeah.
Yeah, I like this better than number 1 as well. It's a little bit more going on here. There's more depth, but it's not my cup of tea at all. Next.
Next! さて、さっきのはカシスの葉が入っていたのでとてもピリピリしていたようですが、次のものは実は日本でとても人気のものだと私は考察しています。私も好きな香りです。フルーツの名前を言ってしまうとバレてしまうので、ここにどこかに絵を貼っておきますね。
I heard fruits.
Perfume number 3. Here you go.
This smells just like coconut.
Yep, coconut. I like this one.
Yeah, this is kicking my nose right now.
In a bad way?
In a decent way. I'd
Oh,
say.
okay.
I like this. This tastes like a nice coconut puree, like coconut stock that you'd add to your, like a curry.
This to me smells like a day at the beach. Yeah, I'm getting coconut creaminess, like maybe like a suntan lotion. Maybe even something creative, you know, sometimes perfumers will do things like put like a sand accord or something like that, and I feel like some of that is in here.
I do smell a suntan lotion smell on this as well.
But
I'm not getting beach vibes from this.
Really, I also get the gourmand vibe you're talking about, like actual edible coconut, you know, like...
Yeah,
like,
for this one I can actually literally taste this in the back of my throat.
Like the flesh, the white, thick flesh of a coconut, you know, but you're eating it raw. It's not toasted, it's not like processed at all.
Exactly.
It's just a raw coconut smell. I like it. It's nice. I probably, maybe I would wear it. I don't know. I feel like it's unisex. Anybody could wear this. Kids could wear this even. I wouldn't say that it's sexy just because it is so universal. I feel like in order to be sexy, it has to be more targeted.
Yeah, I can't get over how creamy this one is. I feel like there are some subtle higher notes on this one that give it that creaminess, because like you get distracted by the coconut, but those extra notes are like a little spice that gears your mind toward thinking that it's creamy, right? So
Interesting, yeah. I kind of get like some vanilla, maybe some spice in
I
here.
can't really pick out what those notes are just because they are doing such a good job at blending with the coconuts.
I feel like, well, they do have like lactonic accords that smell like, you know, cream. I think it's inexpensive, or maybe it is expensive to make it smell this much like, you know, coconutty suntan lotion. And I give it like a 6.5.
6.5.
The saving grace for me in this one is the creaminess, because otherwise it would smell like a car air freshener that was coconut scented. So I think it's expensive. I like it. I would not wear it. And I don't think it's sexy. 7.0. I think I said unisex, right?
Unisex?
Yeah.
Okay, unisex. Sounds great. 次の香水はちょっと一世代前に流行ったお花の香りです。ですが、2人は何も知りません。もちろん。Perfume number 4. Here you go.
Oh, what is this? Yeah, it's white floral.
Lilies, lilacs. What the heck is the white
Oh,
flower?
lily. You're right, lily.
This smells like this smells shockingly close to a lily. Like everything from the subtle dirt note on the bottom to the residual wetness of the flower to maybe some dead bugs on the inside.
Yeah, this is the dominant note in this. I feel like is something like a lily. I'm not sure if it is lily exactly.
The thing is that I don't get really anything else other than the lily and everything else that I described. It truly smells like I'm holding a lily up to my nose, and there's nothing else.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty accurate. Yeah, initially I was disappointed. I'm not the biggest fan of white florals. It has to be really well done for me to like it. But this just smells like a lily, which I do like. I mean, if you have lilies on your countertop, it tends to fill the room. You know that there are flowers in the house when you walk in, for example. Still not my cup of tea. I would never wear this. It's definitely feminine, but I wouldn't mind if it was what my house smelled like or something like that. I would say I like it. Feminine for sure. I don't think it's sexy. This is kind of a universal ladies fragrance in my opinion. I feel like younger women could wear it or might smell like it if they like gardening or something. But it also could be old lady-ish as well. Depends on what the person looks like. But I do think it's expensive.
See, I think I disagree with everything that Sebastian said. I think this is so on point to what a lily should smell like that it breaks all the cliches of normal lily and flower smells. Like, this is almost scientific in how it, like, I would say it's definitely expensive. I don't think it's sexy. I wouldn't wear it, but I really, really just like smelling it. What I do agree on is that I would put this in my house. I would love for my house to smell like this. I think it's more unisex. I think it's a very scientific approach to that smell. Just how accurate it gets to it. I don't think it's linear at all. I think it's so clever in how it matches the exact lily smell, and by that I mean everything else around the lily.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not linear for me.
I see what you're saying.
I think it's interesting.
I'm not picking that up in my nose. I think the lily, the fragrance of the lily itself is just dominating this particular scent for me.
You guys both described it's very present in a house.
Yes.
What about on a person, not a house?
I wouldn't be upset about it. It's not offensive, but I would never be attracted to it, nor would I ever wear it myself.
It's hard to say because like it's unusual. I think it would be unusual smelling that in a person. It doesn't ring as a perfume at the same time, so it almost rings like it's in it. Like again, it rings like as if it were in a scientific laboratory and they're trying to replicate a smell.
Like the person is a lily.
Yeah.
Right, the person
as
lily
the result of
as a human being.
Lily Frankenstein.
So I guess for that reason, it could be sexy in a metaphoric sense. It could be, but
I'll give this like just because like I wouldn't mind my house smelling like this. I'll probably give this maybe a 7.
I would give it an 8.
8?
Yeah.
Nice!
ディプティック香水レビューの続きとランキング結果は次の動画でお届けします。お見逃しのないようチャンネル登録もお忘れなく。いいねの数が多ければ似たような動画を将来作りますので、ご希望はいいねやコメントで教えてください。また個別の香水相談は下記ビジネス E メールにご連絡ください。現在新規でのクライアントさんを取っていませんが、お待ちいただける場合順にご連絡差し上げます。詳しくは概要欄へどうぞ。